Jason, it's wonderful to have you on Floor Talk. Thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for inviting us. It's great to be here.
So let's start by talking about the company. Tell me about Similarweb and what differentiates you. And also tell me, how do you create your unique data?
Similarweb is the leading digital data company. We measure all of the transactions and interactions that are happening across the entire digital world. And when I say digital world, I mean both web and mobile, and within mobile, both mobile web and mobile app, across all industries in 190 countries around the globe. What we produce is the most accurate, comprehensive, and actionable digital data that's out there. And companies, our customers, over 5,000 customers, are using Similarweb to win their market, to drive their strategy, to increase their customer base and their customer acquisition, and ultimately to also improve their monetization, the way they sell and the way that they make money.
So now tell me, how does Similarweb plan to maintain its position as a global leader in digital intelligence?
We've been at this for 15 years. We invest a lot of money to make sure that we have the best digital data out there, most comprehensive, most actionable, most accurate, and we get that feedback. I mean, there are folks all across, both buy side and sell side, are using similar data to understand what's going on in the markets. Companies like Google and DHL and biggest companies in the world are using Similarweb to drive more market share. That's something that drives us to make sure that we're always ahead of the game. And our team of over 300 PhDs and data professionals are there to make sure that the data is always the best that it can be.
Now, Jason, tell me, what trends in digital transformation are you observing? And how is Similarweb in a position to capitalize on them?
I've been with the company almost 9 years. And when we started, I used to tell people, you know, the world has started moving to digital. I don't have to have that conversation anymore. We all understand most of our lives is on digital. We walk around with our phones and apps and search online. And so that's already happening. So much of commerce is already happening online. But what's changing now is the introduction of these new Gen AI platforms. And that's changing the way buyer journeys are happening. Up until a couple of years ago, well, even recently, people started their search and to understand or to find something by a search. It could be Google, it could be any other search engine out there. And they would start with that and they'd get a list of results, and that's what they would do. Today, that's not what's happening. People are using a ChatGPT or Perplexity or any one of the other Gen AI platforms out there and saying, hey, I want to plan a trip, or I'm looking to buy a new pair of shoes. And say, what are the top brands? And it spits out an answer for you as opposed to choice. And now that's suddenly changing the way people buy. Buying is not done through search anymore. That buyer journey is starting, and that's very, very challenging to a lot of the big brands, the CPGs and companies out there. And at the same time, the access to, the ability to get more and more accurate data is what we're seeing happening. And so the thirst and desire for that actionable data, like the stuff that we deliver, is out there. And at the same time, companies need the freshest data and can't wait till somebody does a survey or a report 6 months from now in order to understand what's happening now so I can make the decisions today that are going to affect my business success tomorrow.
And tell me, can you discuss Similarweb's recent financial performance and key drivers behind your revenue growth?
We're really excited to release our Q2 results just recently, showing 13% growth year over year, 82% gross margins, and 9% operating profit, and 10% free cash flow. Similarweb has transformed from being a small startup and recent offering to being a 3.5-year member and listing here on the New York Stock Exchange, profitable and cash flow profitable. And we've guided that we will continue to be both operating and cash flow positive on a quarterly basis going forward.
All All right. Well, Jason, it's been wonderful to talk with you.
Thank you.
Thanks for
so
joining me
much.
in Floor Talk.
Thanks for having me.